Hello. Welcome to our channel, my dear friends. My name is Avilash, and I'm a trader next door. In this video, we will learn how Forex brokers actually make money. So, ever wondered how Forex brokers actually make money? Some brokers profit when you lose. Others earn transparently through spreads and commissions. And in this video, I will break down how Forex brokers actually make money or how they really earn. Market maker, STP, and ECN. And I will also show you how to protect yourself from the so-called big book brokers that quietly bet against you all the time. And my dear friends, I have been trading actively for 12 plus years and I am a Forex trader, okay, for the last 6 years. And I have seen how choosing a bad broker or wrong broker can destroy a potential good trader and a very good strategy. I have a disclaimer that though I am a partner with Vantage Markets, but today's talk is not about any promotion. It's an honest look at how brokers earn and how you can stay safe. So let's get started. The brokers make money through spreads, commissions, and sometimes by taking the opposite trade against you. Understanding which model your broker follows tells you whether they profit with you or they profit from you. That is very important and really it can be a game changer. Maybe you have been losing for all these months and years, okay, not because you are taking bad risks. Maybe your broker is not allowing you to make money. So it is very important for you to know whether you are following or you are with a good broker or not. So the first category is the market maker model. So market maker brokers are often the B book brokers. Yes, what? B book. B book. Okay, often the B book brokers are those brokers who do not send your order to the market. See, what are the brokers? Brokers are the mediators. So when you place the buy sell order, okay, the broker receives the order and they forward the order to the exchange. Suppose, okay, this is you place the order, the broker receives the order, the broker cannot do anything, isn't it? Okay, so what they do is, okay, they forward the order to the exchange or to the LP liquidity provider. Okay, and LP does the transaction. Okay, but in B book brokers, okay, they do not forward the order. So whenever you place the buy position, the broker takes the position against you. Suppose you have taken the buy position, the broker will take the sell position. So when you take the sell position, the broker will take the buy position. So for a successful transaction, okay, there needs to be a buyer and a seller. So whenever you place place an order or take a position, the broker just take the opposite trade. So why they do it? Because most of the traders lose money. You all know it very well that around 80 to 90% traders lose money, isn't it? So when you buy, they sell. Okay, suppose you lose $100. Okay, you lose $100 in the market. Okay, then the broker make that $100. So your loss is their profit. If 90% traders are losing, means they are earning that profit from the broker. So not every market maker broker is bad. Okay, but the conflict of interest is obvious and they can win when you lose. So it is a little bit dicey thing. Okay, so that's why you sometimes need to you see recodes or you see some sleepages. Suppose you are sleeping at night, okay, there is a sudden spike in the market, okay, and that particular spike is not seen anywhere, okay, only your broker is showing you. It means the broker had just went for some SL hunting. So those things are quite common with market maker brokers, especially if you're using an unregulated broker. Most of the brokers can afford the license, but still they do not go for the license because they won't be able to do this nasty stuff. They won't be able to hunt down the stop losses. They won't be able to manipulate the market. So market maker model is a little bit risky. Personally, I prefer transparent execution models. That's why I avoid market maker brokers, because you never know whether the broker is making money with you or the broker is making money from you. I have been actively trading Forex for the last 6 years. Okay, I have used almost all the big names. So I do not want to name any particular broker. I do not want to face any legal complications, but I personally prefer, as I said, transparent execution models like ECN or STP, where, okay, the order directly goes straight to the liquidity provider, no hanky panky in between. So okay, I have been using Vantage, and I also talk about Vantage a lot. Okay, so if you do not want to get into any complications, okay, you can also use Vantage. Okay, you'll find a link in the description. Then comes the straight through processing, or STP, okay, popularly known as the STP brokers. Probably you guys have seen the term STP when you are opening account. Many of you have opened recently account in Vantage, okay, with me. So many of you have asked me also, Avilash, okay, which account type we should choose. Okay, I always tell you to go with STP. So STP is the straight through processing. So an STP broker, okay, simply routes your orders to the liquidity providers, and they just add a small markup on the spread, because the brokers also need, okay, money to survive, isn't it? They cannot provide service for free. So they earn money from the spread. So you guys know about the spread. Whenever, okay, you place a position, you place an order, okay, probably you guys have seen that, okay, at first the order goes into minus, because this is because of the spread. So what should be the ideal spread? Usually, okay, the ideal spread should be, I will say that it should be below 25 till 30. Okay, in some countries, okay, the spread is always on the higher side. So till 30, it's okay. Still, it is high, but you should always look for a broker where the spread is below 25. Okay, and especially in STP brokers, there will be a spread, because nothing is free in this world. The broker also has a lot of expenses. So in STP brokers, okay, what they do is, okay, they just forward the order to the liquidity provider. Okay, as a result, they cut a fees for themselves. So if you are with a STP broker, then also it is good, because they are not doing anything fishy in between. There's no dealing desk interference, no conflict of interest. So what you see is what you get. So STP brokers are all good ones, because they make money from the spread. Then comes the electronic communication network, ECN. Okay, so ECN brokers connect you directly to the interbank market. So you trade against the banks, the institutions, and the broker earn a commission from it. In ECN broker, yeah, the spread is very low. Okay, usually does, for example, usually the spread on ECN will be around 6 to 7 on gold. Okay, there will be a little spread, but not like the STP accounts. Okay, as the spread is very low and broker needs money to survive, okay, they charge a commission. So ECN account is good. ECN brokers are also good brokers, because they directly forward your order to the interbank market. And as I said, okay, you trade against the banks and institutions. You get the raw spread, fast execution, and I won't say zero manipulation, okay, but very less. But yeah, ECN brokers are also good ones. Okay, but for the broker, okay, you need to pay a commission. Usually the commission is around $6 to $7. Okay, so the brokers earn money through three methods: market maker model, or the BIBO. Then comes the STP model, where the order is forwarded to the liquidity provider and broker charges a spread. Okay, then comes the ECN, electronic communication network. Here the spread is low. As a result, the broker charges a commission of, it is usually around $6 to $7. So hope you guys got the fair idea how brokers make money. So now I will be telling you in brief, okay, how you can save yourself from the B book brokers, or from the uh, manipulation of the brokers. Okay, so first of all, okay, always check the regulation. Okay, as I always say, my dear friends, okay, tier 1 regulation is something very important, especially for traders from India. In India, or in countries like India where Forex is not regulated, you should always look for a tier 1 regulation. Okay, it should have at least one tier 1 license from FCA or ASIC. FCA is from UK and ASIC from Australia. Okay, they should have at least one tier 1 license. Usually tier 1 license brokers are, they heavily regulated. Okay, they do not do this hanky panky stuff. Okay, you will not find this type of market manipulation. You will not see those market hunting techniques from them. So regulation is something very important. And in a previous video also we have discussed about remember financial commission membership. Yes, there are thousands and thousands of brokers globally. Only 50 to 60 members are members of the financial commission. So if possible, also look for the membership of the financial commission so that you can get a compensation up to 20,000 euros in case of any dispute. Okay, financial commission. Then second thing that you should always be looking for is the STP. Okay, STP or ECN account. If a broker, okay, doesn't provide is STP ECN account, stay away. STP ECN accounts, okay, are very important for you. If you are a day trader, for example, I'm a day trader, I always talk of 50 for 40 pips, 50 pips. If you're a day trader like me or you're a swing trader, then you don't need to pay extra commission to the market. You can go with the STP. But if you're a scalper, okay, you exit within few seconds, you target 5 to 10 pips, then you can go for ECN account. So STP or ECN account, okay, this should be your priority. Okay, now you should always look at the website also, because the website should clearly mention that no dealing desk. Let me write it down. No dealing desk. There are some brokers that mention dealing desk interference. Okay, I will not name any broker here, but look at the broker. Okay, if you find anything like, okay, dealing desk is present, then stay away. Look for a broker with no dealing desk, or ask for the liquidity providers. Nowadays, most of the brokers like Vantage, okay, they clearly talk about the liquidity providers they use. So there should be transparency. You can also check the, I won't say deposits, because deposits are always smooth with any broker. Withdrawals cause trouble. Okay, but for any tier 1 licensed broker, okay, withdrawals are usually smooth. If you're using a tier 1 licensed broker, then withdrawals should not be any issue. And you can also observe the behavior. Yes, you can also observe the behavior of the order execution. If you see that, okay, your orders are not getting executed properly, okay, there are frequent delays. Okay, if you see some spikes in the market during normal market hours also, okay, if you witness slippage, and as I said, okay, if you see some unexpected spikes during, okay, the night, you're sleeping, the market is going up, okay, and on TradingView or other platforms you don't see those moves, okay, then it is a clear sign that your broker's hands are not clean. Okay, because I have seen many people, okay, who have blown their accounts because of the market manipulation from the broker, not from the market. So these are few things, okay, that you should always observe as a broker to save yourself from the market manipulation of the brokers. Because yes, brokers, you cannot trade without a broker, but choosing the right broker can really change your game. If you are, okay, looking for a good broker, then you can also consider opening an account with Vantage. I always talk about Vantage because Vantage not only a tier 1 licensed broker, but they also maintain your account in segregated funds. They also provide insurance up to $1 million also. So if you're trading with big money, okay, you get insurance. So you'll find all the information on their website. So I do not want to show you now. Okay, so feel free to open your account in Vantage. Okay, you'll find the link in the description. So that's all from us and my dear friends. Thank you so much. Bye bye.